Seen, you just saw me not too long ago, long time no see, right? Because I was pinch hitting for Charlie Kirk on the Charlie Kirk show earlier today. Didn't know I was going to do that, but you know, sometimes that's how these things roll. Well, since we're in the spirit of synergy, I wanted to bring on as our very first guest another Rav host. I know you guys, it's like Rav upon Rav, it's Ravception going on today here on Real America's Voice, because we've got the great exclusive video from January 6th. Take it away, John.
Jack, good to be with you. Listen, this is we knew for a long time that what we were told at the January 6th committee wasn't true, right? We were told Loudermilk was running Congressman Loudermilk was running a reconnaissance operation. We know that's not true. Of Nancy Pelosi's exit from the Capitol. Now, let's remind everybody, the day after she told everybody she was traumatized by the exit because it was so dangerous. Take a look at the exit. I think we can roll some tape here, right, guys? And I'll tell you what, this is Nancy Pelosi coming. There's her security detail coming down the hall. Now you're going to see the speaker. And look what's going on the left-hand side here in a second. She's being filmed by her daughter. See those little circles there? Yeah, they were doing this Hollywood style. They were exiting, making a movie. They wanted to make a movie out of this. And you're going to see multiple times, sometimes the daughter, Alexandra, actually gets in way of the security detail. And I'll talk about that in a second because Chief's son, the former chief, came on. Look here, you'll see the daughter kind of cuts off the security detail as they go through the doors here. Watch this here. You'll get a good view of it. And then the daughter's coming around here. Alexandra will be here in a second. And there they go. And the cop's trying to get, nope, she's going to take the camera position right there. And out they go the door there. They didn't see this as a crisis moment. They saw this as a political movie moment. And as the security detail is doing the very serious job of evacuation, Nancy Pelosi and her team are basically turning this into a movie. And what's very significant about this, the chief, who was the Capitol Police chief the day this tragedy unfolded, he was fired a few days later by Nancy Pelosi, Chief Stephen's son. He came on the show last night and said, listen, this hampered my security detail. They couldn't do a proper evacuation. They had to be taking care of another person that wasn't part of the security detail. And in fact, when they got to the special armored car where they're trying to whisk Nancy Pelosi away from the danger or violence at the Capitol at that moment, they had to give up one of their security seats to the daughter, which meant that Nancy Pelosi drove off without a full security detail. That's from the Capitol Police chief, who had never seen this footage. This is the first time he saw it more than 2.5 years after the event, or nearly 2.5 years after the event. Everything about January 6th was scripted. Tonight, if people tune into the show, we're going to give you phase 2 of the video. All of you remember that beautiful video that the Democrats showed on the opening day of January 6th? Well, I noticed something when I was going through the security footage. There was no sound in many of the scenes that I had seen previously. Like, I went to the expert there and said, where's the sound? Like, there's no sound on these tapes. But there was. I saw it in the January 6th hearings. Well, guess what? It was faked. The sound was dubbed in. Basically, the January 6th committee faked the tapes. They faked the American people by adding sound that wasn't on the tapes. We're going to reveal something else tonight. Congressman Loudermilk, now running the investigation of the investigation, told us that he just found all the scripts, that every word, every scene of the January 6th hearings were scripted like it was a Hollywood movie. What America was seeing was not reality or a pursuit for truth. It was an effort to persuade people by creating a political movie, Jack.
John, this is amazing because what you've uncovered, I've actually said, okay, I've said it as a joke occasionally since the start of the Biden administration and then really since the start of this Jan 6 committee, that it's like they're taking episodes from Aaron Sorkin's West Wing and then trying to portray that on screen. And there was even a time where there was this situation, and I'm sure you remember it. It was when they were talking about, are we going to give the F-16s and then we're going to backfill the F-16s? And that was actually taken directly from a situation with Taiwan on the West Wing. And I said, this is really close to the West Wing. But what you've done is actually found a way to uncover that they're literally scripting these things out and creating the audio, as if it's you and we've got the producers under the table banging on stuff and making noise to give audio to closed circuit footage.
Yeah, and all to create a narrative, right? To create emotion where there was an absence of facts, to create a narrative that would convince people that Donald Trump had a larger role in it or that the situation was more severe. Obviously, it was a serious situation, but they wanted to make it sound scarier, more different, more visceral so that they can make their political argument of persuasion. Now, congressional investigations have traditionally been about gathering facts. Since the moment that Adam Schiff got a gavel, though, as we've seen time and again, from Russia collusion to Ukraine impeachment to Joe Biden laptop or Hunter Biden laptop to now January 6th, what the Democrats did is they abandoned the pursuit for a neutral pursuit for facts, and they substituted it with an emotional Hollywood movie designed to create a political outcome. It's a real perversion of what has been a very important congressional oversight function for most of the last 246 years. With the Democrats, well, they just treat it like it was another fiction movie.
Well, that's exactly right, John. I want to hold you over if we can, because people need to understand the importance of what you've uncovered here, the importance of exposing the lies and the emotional-based lies that we have been fed as a nation since the day, in fact, even since the very duration. At the time, in real time, they were lying to us on January 6th about what was happening. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back. We've got a lot more here. Human Events continues with John Solomon. We got